watching the Newshour at 9 and I am Swati Joshi. Let me first tell you what are we debating tonight. Debate number 1. Is Congress's ladai for ladki selective? Debate number 2. As far as the green lungs of Hyderabad are concerned, is this a conspiracy or damage control?
इस देश में अगर आप दलित हो, पिछड़े वर्ग के हो, आदिवासी हो, माइनॉरिटी हो और उसमें मैं महिला भी जोड़ सकता हूं, ईबीसी हो, अति दलित हो, अगर आप अपर कास्ट के नहीं हो तो आप सेकंड क्लास सिटीजन हो.
So you just heard Rahul Gandhi, the crusader of women's rights. Let's take you back to October 2020 when Rahul Gandhi marched for the Hathras victim. When forces tried to stop him, he fought them and even toppled over. Clearly nothing could stop him from demanding justice from the Yogi government. Priyanka Gandhi too lent her shoulder to the family of the Unnao rape victim as she demanded instant justice from the UP government. Rahul Gandhi, just last year, defied prohibitory orders and marched into Manipur. As he hugged the victims, he promised mohabbat will lead us to a solution. But when it comes to Congress-ruled Karnataka, there is little mohabbat for women's rights or even justice. Sample this. CCTV footage on your screens is from Bengaluru, the shining IT hub of India. Two women can be seen walking down the road while a predator stalks them. Suddenly, he lunges forward and gropes the women. He molests her fearlessly and brazenly, then runs off. He has no fear of law catching up. Despite the plight of this young woman being caught on camera, this sexual predator has not been arrested. But what happened next is even more shocking. While Bharat is jolted by this brazen attack, the Congress Sarkara has failed to nap the feed. Even after 5 days. And adding insult to injury, the State Home Minister, Mr. Parmeshwara, whose job it was to ensure women are safe, now says such things happen in big cities like Bengaluru. What does that mean? That sexual predators should be given a free run? That laws against sexual harassment are just on paper? Why is the Congress Sarkar trivializing the plight of this woman, while Rahul and Priyanka project themselves as the women rights crusaders? Watch and decide for yourselves. Is this the response we want from the Honorable Karnataka Home Minister when we demand justice?
ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಘಟನೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಟ್ಟಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಘಟನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಬೀಟ್ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆನೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ಗೆ ಸೂಚನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಘಟನೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಟ್ಟಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಘಟನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
The BJP was quick to lash out at the Congress and say that it's backing the predator and not the victim. It adds that women's dignity is a minor matter for Congress. Even Congress's own ally, Supriya Sule, has condemned the statement by Rahul's Karnataka Mantri. Watch this.
उस पर कार्रवाई करने के बदले, सख्ती दिखाने के बदले कर्नाटका के होम मिनिस्टर का बयान आता है मानो कि वो इस अक्यूज के साथ खड़े हैं. कर्नाटका के होम मिनिस्टर कहते हैं कि बड़े शहरों में ऐसी छोटी मोटी घटनाएं हो जाती. दिस इज द हुआ तो हुआ माइंडसेट ऑफ द कर्नाटका कांग्रेस एंड द कांग्रेस पार्टी इन जनरल. और उनके नेताओं के लिए एक महिला की इज्जत पर, आबरू पर इस प्रकार से प्रहार होना ये एक छोटी घटना है.
We have seen in the past 50 plus women have been hacked to death. 1250 women have been raped in Karnataka. As well as 3 bank robberies have happened, and other things are constantly happening, creating a nuisance on the road. Law and order has completely failed.
No, I fully agree. It is a very serious issue. We can't give any opportunity for this. We will take immediate action. I will speak to the police commissioner also. It is the bound duty to respect every common citizen, whether they rich or poor or anyone. We have to protect their rights. That is the commitment of the government. Definitely, we will go very seriously on this issue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So while the Chief Minister has said nothing, while Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have said nothing, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka thankfully says that it's a sensitive issue and we ensure action will be taken. So Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka, remember, condemned the molestation on Congress's watch in Karnataka. Rahul Gandhi was in Bihar's Begusarai. Today he's absolutely silent. Rahul Gandhi hasn't said a single thing. And promises are made to women to seek their vote bank. Rahul Gandhi addresses rallies, puts out 7 posts. You can see them on your screens. We're talking about Bihar. From Samvidhan pe hamla to Sarkar ke khilaf akrosh and Nyay ka adhikar. But does the Bengaluru victim have no Nyay ka adhikar? Why is Rahul Gandhi silent on this incident? Rahul Gandhi, as far as the Kathua rape incident is concerned, said, how can anyone protect culprits of such evil? After Hathras, Priyanka Gandhi said, Yogi has no moral right to continue as chief minister. In fact, ally Akhilesh too said, BJP government is protecting itself, not probing death in Hathras case. When Bilkis Banu's rapists were released, Mamata Banerjee shed tears, saying, instead of justice to victim, BJP rewards culprits. So today, why are the crusaders of women's rights silent? Only because it happened in a Congress-ruled state? But that brings us to the legitimate question that we are asking tonight. So is Congress's ladai for ladki selective? Let's open up the debate.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
So let me introduce the guests. We are joined by Shazia Ilmi, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Advocate Ishkaran Bhandari on the broadcast with us. We are also joined by Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, and Vivek Srivastav, also a political analyst. Let me first come to you, Syed Asad Abbas. When you say that, it happens, the message that you send out is that it is normal, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, it takes place. So is that what the Home Minister of Karnataka is trying to do today? Giving a long rope to the abusers, and not just this case, but also perhaps sending out a message to everybody. Anyone who will dare to do this in the future would know that the Home Minister of Karnataka will find this absolutely normal. This happens in big cities like Bengaluru, isn't it?
Absolutely not, Swati. As a matter of fact, the Home Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister has said it's a very serious issue, and they've spoken to the Police Commissioner and looking forward to have regular patrolling in the area, effective beats system, and DCP, Bengaluru Southeast, where my constituency is, where I belong. Sara Fatima has also said this is a very serious issue. She's personally being a woman, she's handling this case. 5 teams have been sorted to nab. 5 team officials are already on the run to nab this culprit and bring him to the books at the earliest. But the fact of the matter is, as I was preparing for the debate, Swati ji, let me tell you, I also came across a story that 23 men gang raped a 19-year-old woman in Uttar Pradesh. The fact is, the Bharatiya Janata Party time and again links every crime in a opposition state. What about your state, ma'am? The fact of the matter, what about the Unnao rape case? Kuldeep Singh Sengar, your BJP MLAs were supporting him. What about Kathua rape? Your BJP members were garlanding in support of the rapist. Not just that. In Gujarat, what happened? Bilkis Banu, convicted rapists, were garlanded. Gujarat government gave remission for the same. And not just that. Here in Karnataka, Shazia Ilmiji, let me tell you, a sitting woman minister, Lakshmi Hebbalkar, your leader C.T. Ravi, called out the most shameful, obscene word towards her, but no condemnation, ma'am. The fact of the matter is, the Bharatiya Janata Party today is found to be hypocritical and selective. When it happens in their state, they are calm. Do you also know, according to the National Crime Records Bureau,
now may I come in here? Because there's a common link. There's a common link. One common link between all the incidents that you've cited, whether it's Hathras, whether it's Unnao, and they happen in the BJP-ruled states, like you said. But the common link is Rahul Gandhi was the first one to outrage, defying prohibitory orders, trying to enter the state, trying to meet the victims. Where is Rahul Gandhi today? Why hasn't he condemned this statement? Priyanka Gandhi said, "Ladki hu, lad sakti hu." Was that campaign only for elections and to just seek votes of women voters? Where is Priyanka Gandhi today?
Swati ji, that's a very rightful question you have asked. Certainly, I'm definitely sure the statements from Rahul Gandhi ji, Priyanka Gandhi ji will come in. But I'm not sure.
They haven't come in till now.
23
Syed Asad Abbas, like I said, Rahul Gandhi was the first one to outrage when these incidents took place in BJP-ruled states, to say that the BJP government has failed to provide security to women. And by the way, Syed Asad Abbas, Rahul Gandhi was very much active on social media today. Rahul Gandhi spoke about the reciprocal tariff. Rahul Gandhi also, in fact, said that the pichdas, the Dalit, the women in this country are like second-grade citizens. Where is Rahul Gandhi's condemnation in this particular case?
Swati ji, be it Rahul Gandhi, be it Priyanka Gandhi, I can definitely assure you women's safety, women empowerment is paramount to them, and it will definitely come
and that's the reason why, and that's the reason why that the Home Minister of a Congress-ruled state says it happens. It's okay, it happens. We also have Priya Chetty Rajagopal joining us on the broadcast, and she's not affiliated to any political party. Priya, I want to come to you. Would you like one of the guarantee schemes? Would you like free bus rides, or would you want to be protected by the state? Because according to the Home Minister of Karnataka, he says, this tends to happen in big cities. When you want women voters to vote for you, you will launch guarantee schemes. When it comes to protecting them, it happens. I mean, not a big deal.
It's interesting you pointed out the irony of, advantages and schemes for women as against the safety issue for women. I think there's no choice. I mean, obviously, safety is a very critical basic for the citizen of a state, and certainly for women who are that much more vulnerable, I guess, with the kind of work hours and the way things are in any city, especially a big city like Bangalore. I will say two things. One is that as a person who lives in Bangalore, I know, even though I'm probably a little bit more privileged than most, that we have access, that we have safety. Karnataka is one of the, I think, the slightly more safe cities, I think, in India. But that does not take away from the fact that we need to do much better, that these kind of incidents must be attended to suo moto, immediately, set aside and escalated. That's very, very critical. But what is a concern, and I think that is what you're pointing out, is not safe or not a city like Bangalore is, but perhaps the insensitivity of a remark made by a very senior politician saying these kind of things do happen. So while you may give him an out saying, the reality is that we have a much lower percentage in this state and in this city than elsewhere, that doesn't really count for much when a statement like that is made. What it says is that, ye sab hota hai, so, let's get on with it. It is not a statistic. It is not a number. These are women who are feeling increasingly vulnerable, who are at risk, who will go less out to work, who will go less out of their homes because of this. I said this about 4 or 5 years ago when I was speaking to the police commissioner at that time, Praveen Sood, saying there are 3 things required for the safety of women in any city, and particularly in Bangalore, because that's what we were talking about. And one is very simple thing, adequate street lighting, and you can see how inadequate it is. Immediate response from the police helpline. And the third thing is effective and completely available transport. You'd be surprised how much these 3 would just transform safety of women in any city, because at least there is trust and there's confidence.
And I think more than anything, just a bit of sensitivity and change in mindset when you're talking about such issues. So Vivek Srivastava, what should we do? Should we just get on with it, because that's what the Home Minister of Karnataka would want people to do?
Yeah, first of all, stop being selective, stop victimizing Rahul Gandhi just because it is an agenda. I want to ask you and your channel a very simple question. When did Prime Minister Narendra Modi comment about Bhushan Saran Singh? I want to see the video. When did Prime Minister Narendra Modi comment upon Prajwal Revanna from the same state, I believe? And what has he done? When did Prime Minister Narendra Modi comment on 65,000 cases of women atrocities registered in 1 year in the state of UP? And when have you played those videos? And when will you question the intention? This is what I want to know. It is very easy. The Home Minister might have had a wrong statement. Maybe his statement was wrong, but the Congress is at work.
There is no maybe, sir. Either it's right or it's wrong.
Or Priyanka Gandhi ne question
either it's right or it's wrong, because Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are the first ones to respond. Are the first ones to respond and outrage. They are the first ones. They are the first ones to say that women are being treated like second-grade citizens in this country under the BJP rule. That they are not safe. That this happens only in a BJP ruled state. And that's why the question. Vivek Srivastava.
It's your agenda.
They cannot be. No, you cannot say that maybe the Home Minister was wrong. Either he was wrong or he is right. Are you saying we should get on with it?
Why don't you question?
Are you saying we should get on with it? Are you also going to back this statement that it happens? It tends to happen in big cities.
You are misquoting him. You are misquoting him.
Wow. Vivek Srivastava, I thought at least on this particular issue, you would say that women's security is paramount, and what the Home Minister of Karnataka has said is absolutely wrong. At least on this particular issue, I expected you to take the right stand. Let me bring in Ishkaran Bhandari as well. Ishkaran Bhandari, why do we have these laws? If molestation is such a normal thing, and if it happens, and if when you give such a statement, you're almost giving a long rope to the abuser, because it just tends to happen in big cities. Why do you have these laws? What for?
No, there are consequences of statements made by senior politicians, especially politicians who are handling a department, who have a portfolio. See, law and order is a state subject, and law and order moves on confidence and fear. Confidence in an ordinary citizen that their rights will be respected, that they will not be attacked on the road, they won't be assaulted, they won't be molested. And fear in the criminal that if he breaks the law, the government, the machinery, the police will act strictly, strongly and swiftly. But when you have statements like this, which surprisingly, I thought it was a neutral topic and people will discuss it with amount of sensitivity.
Allow him to finish.
Again, wrestling girl. This is not.
Allow him to finish.
I didn't interrupt Mr. Vivek Srivastava. See, that is the problem. Even on a sensitive subject, where even on a sensitive, you can't have a debate like this, where you keep on shouting in my ear because you do not want to deal with facts. You are such a shameless character that you are defending statements which do not take offenses against women seriously, and then you go about roaming around doing whataboutery. But this is how you try to grab screen time. We are having a serious discussion on a serious subject, in which the public needs to have confidence that ordinary citizen walking on the street will not be assaulted, and the criminal needs to have fear. Now, if you cannot take even that stand, but you have to look at it through a political lens, then I am saying it's very unfortunate for India that people like you come on TV debates and cannot take a stand based on the facts of the case. It's a simple case. A woman got assaulted, molested. The criminal has to be caught swiftly, and nobody should make a statement that it is not a serious offense, because it's not only one woman. If you are attacked on a street like that, that sends a signal in the society, and that is not good for any state or the nation itself.
Okay.
It's a very simple thing. But you, because you are to come on TV and defend the indefensible, will shout and interrupt, and the nation sees you, but you have no shame, so you will keep shouting. It's a very simple issue. The government has to curb this and punish the criminals.
Okay, let me bring in Shazi Almi. Shazi Almi, Vivek Srivastava and Syed Asad Abbas of the view that this is not perhaps what the Home Minister of Karnataka meant. Perhaps you got it all wrong, and BJP is only interested in politicizing the entire issue.
Swati, this is such a shocker. Not only did the Home Minister, I'm talking about the Home Minister of Karnataka, try to normalize rapes, molestations, and said, oh no, it's a big city, these things happen. Of course, he added the police is doing its bit. But the very fact that he found it absolutely a normal phenomenon, because it's a big city, so rapes must happen and would happen, I just find it shocking. But what's more shocking is that the two panelists here have no regard, respect and concern for the survivor in this matter. And I want to tell you the increase in Karnataka in the rape cases and the 598 cases, those women don't matter. You know why they don't matter? Because Congress is in power over there. But rape victims and survivors matter in other states. I mean, the mere shamelessness of it all. That you don't want to talk about Karnataka at all, but will indulge in whataboutery. Because something is guiding you, and that is not respect for women. That is not concern for women, or this need to fight crimes against women, but to be this politician somehow, and to keep beating BJP. And that I find utterly shameless and disgusting. I think it's totally obnoxious that Syed Abbas, who is from Karnataka, I mean, he didn't talk at all about the victim or a survivor of a brutal groping incident. You know, if teasing is a euphemism.
Okay, Syed Asad Abbas wants to come in, Shazi Almi.
So, Swati, imagine he had nothing to say.
Look at the duplicity and hypocrisy of the Bharatiya Janata Party's national spokesperson. Respected ma'am, let me firstly tell you, I first spoke to the victim. It was the Karnataka Police, Deputy Commissioner of Police, South
Okay,
East.
one second. Sayyid Asad Abbas, allow her to finish. Allow her to finish. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm coming to you. Just one. Yes. Okay. Finish your point.
Swati,
You gave everybody a lot of time. I waited. So just imagine, and I just want to point out something to these absolutely
I'm not being
shameless
allowed to speak.
politicians
I will not
here
debate
who
this
don't
way.
care at all about women.
Swati, this is not fair. She's not allowed.
They look at the
1 second. Sayyid Asad Abbas, 1 second. Allow her to finish. I'll come.
Everybody here, and I want this person. I want this.
It's not fair.
I want this brother of mine who has exhibited complete shamelessness
Absolutely not.
and no concern for women of his state. Let me tell you, in 2023, Karnataka
Swati, can I
experienced
make my point?
a huge increase in crime rates with a total of 1,80,742 cases, including 598 rapes, 67 human trafficking incidents, and 1,482 murders, compared to a far lower number in yesteryears. And imagine people who speak for Karnataka have no concern for Karnataka. They'll have no concern for a woman there, a lady there. But they will remember it's a whole hackneyed, disgusting kind of politics.
Okay.
Because there is no concern for women.
Okay.
And imagine they're from his state.
Can I come in?
And he doesn't talk about them.
Okay, all right.
And
Syed
I
Asad
want to
Abbas,
ask
you know, Syed Asad Abbas,
Gandhi.
1 second. Mindset aside, he's the Home Minister of Karnataka. His first and only reaction should have been, this is not acceptable. This type of behavior is not going to be tolerated, and we will surely take action. But instead, he chose to say that, you know, this keeps happening. So he's not just failed in fulfilling his duty as the Home Minister of the state of Karnataka, but also trivializing the entire issue.
Firstly, Swati ji, I know you're a fair anchor. You'll give me the fair time like you gave Shazia ji. Thank you. Firstly,
This was the
Shazia
last one I went
we
to.
don't. Firstly, Shazia ji, we don't need your false tokenism, ma'am. Me, my two wonderful daughters, my sister, my mother stays here in Karnataka, and I have full faith in Karnataka police. Do you even know that? Do you even know the merits of the case? The victim did not file the complaint. No, this is not fair. Swati, this is not fair.
Okay, 1 second. Shazia, now allow him to counter. Allow him to counter, Shazia. 1 second, please. All right, allow him to counter.
This is not the moderation.
I am giving you the chance to speak. Go ahead and speak.
Allow me 1 minute.
You are being allowed. Calm down.
Thank you.
Calm down. Calm down. Go ahead.
I don't need false tokenism of a party. If you see the National Crime Records Bureau, ma'am, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party which has given tickets, highest number of tickets if you see the political party, to men, to leaders who have very severe cases, serious criminal cases against women. Now, Shazia Ilmiji comes and speak about this. I am a Kannadiga and a proud Kannadiga. Let me tell you this instance. This victim which happened, it was the victim did not go complain. It was the Deputy Commissioner of Police, South East, Mrs. Sara Fatima, who went to the victim, formed 5 special teams.
But who's questioning the role of police?
Allow me to complete.
Who's questioning the role of police?
Allow me to complete my point. Please
Don't
allow me
scream.
to complete
Relax.
my point, ma'am.
Relax.
Please allow me
Finish
to
your point.
Now,
Relax.
Shazia Ilmiji, what do you have to say to Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, our women wrestlers? Vinesh Fogart, what happened?
Again,
What did you
you're
do?
repeating
Serious
yourself.
crimes against
You
women,
are
but you
repeating
give a ticket to his
yourself,
son.
and this shows my
Unnao
point.
Kuldeep Singh
I
Segar,
have
a
exposed
convicted
you.
rapist of
I
your
have
party.
exposed you.
You don't do nothing.
Mr.
Tell me,
Hypocrite,
why do
I
you
have
give
exposed you.
tickets to
It is
netas
disgusting,
who
your
commit
behavior.
serious
It is
crimes against
obnoxious.
women?
It's obnoxious.
This is absolutely
I feel
shameful,
sorry for
ma'am.
people like you.
This is absolutely
I feel
shameful.
sorry for people like you and politicians like you.
You garlanded
It is
Bilkis
disgusting.
Banu's
How
rapist.
you are- even now
What
you're
about
doing it.
Bilkis Banu?
You're repeating
You will not
yourself.
speak
You're
of Bilkis
repeating
Banu.
yourself. You
What
repeat,
will you say about Bilkis
repeat
Banu?
yourself.
But
Keep
you
on
keep
repeating
quiet.
yourself.
You'll do
Keep
nothing.
on
There are a
repeating
lot of
yourself.
statements.
Shameful.
There are a lot of
Talking about
statements
Karnataka.
of Congress
Look at you,
leaders
how shameless
that can
you
be
are.
cited as well. Before we do that, 1 second. Let me reveal the results of the question that we asked. And the question that we asked was, does this not expose the hypocrisy of Gandhis when it comes to women rights? And 69% people believe yes, while 28% people are saying no, and 3% say they can't say anything about it at the moment. Let me take that across to Vivek Srivastava. 69% people believe, Vivek Srivastava, yes, it exposes the hypocrisy of Gandhis on women's rights.
That is because you are misguiding them on the national TV. It's because of you, Swati.
Okay.
I think I should blame you for this.
People can't hear the
Had you
statement
been
on their
neutral,
own,
had you
on
said
their
that
own
even the
get the
BJP
context of it. Absolutely.
No. It is not a question of statement. You see, I mean, Syed Abbas has given a clean sheet. He says he has got a mother, he has got a sister, he has got daughters.
Abbas has given a
Everybody
clean
is
sheet.
safe
Okay.
in Karnataka. He is claiming it here on the national TV. Karnataka is saying it. लेकिन आप कह रहे हो साहब वहाँ खतरा है. अरे भाई गलत हुआ है. सबने कहा गलत हुआ है. Action होगा. लेकिन यूपी
लेकिन ये कह देना कि ये होता रहता है बड़े शहरों में. That's not right. That's not right. And you are also at the same time, insulting the mandate. You're at the same time insulting the mandate of the people on this question.
I'm not.
ये लोगों की राय है, मेरी राय नहीं है. 69% people say yes, this exposes the hypocrisy of Gandhis.
I stand with the intention of Rahul Gandhi. I stand with the intention of Rahul Gandhi.
To stay absolutely silent when it happens in Congress ruled state, where the Home Minister of a Congress ruled state says it happens in big cities.
No. कांग्रेस रूल स्टेट के होम मिनिस्टर ने तो एक्शन ले लिया. यहाँ तो ब्रिजभूषण शरण सिंह जी का लड़का बन गया MP.
एक मिनट क्या एक्शन हुआ है? अरेस्ट हो गया क्या?
कल्प्रिट लोग डिबेट से गायब.
नहीं, एक मिनट, कल्प्रिट अरेस्ट हो गया?
बिल्कुल. 5 teams have been made, madam.
आपने क्या कहा? आपने क्या कहा?
टीमें जा चुकी हैं, इसलिए डाइवर्ट मत करिए.
हाँ, इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रही है, just like investigation is happening in other cases. Just like investigation is happening in other cases. You're making it sound like the arrest has already happened. You're making it sound like arrest has already happened. Yes, teams have been formed. The investigation is going to take place, and nobody is questioning the role of the cops here, just like Mr. Abbas was trying to weave it in. But like Priya said, the insensitivity is hurting. The insensitivity is hurting when it comes to providing protection. This is the mindset that betrays. Give as many free bus rides as you want. Keep on launching guarantee schemes. But if this is your mindset that, this is just happening, it's absolutely normal in a big city like Bengaluru, then you failed the women of Karnataka. This is betrayal. I want Priya to come in.
This has happened across multiple governments. So for me, which party the current person belongs to has no meaning at all. I really, the clear lens right now is through a party lens from most of the panelists who are here. So from a person who's a citizen, this goes right over my head. This has happened here, it's happened in the previous government and the one before that. We've had a chief minister's son and grandson who've been accused of, rampant sexual assault and multiple rapes. So there's crap that happens everywhere, and it's really unacceptable. What comes across right now, and even if you do formal training for someone, the fact is that the very blatant misogyny that is just lurking below the surface comes out at points like this. And this is what makes people, especially the women voters, lose confidence. So I'm not saying just be politically correct and say the right words, but I'm saying we need to be able to also educate our ministers and our elected representatives to understand the nature of the beast and understand how difficult it is. And it's not just about, my sister, my daughter. It's also about the fact that these people may be unrelated to you, but they have every right to safety and to respect and some dignity. So the statement is inexcusable. It has nothing to do with party. That's something I want to step away from, because, we can all talk about different things that happen. It is complete whataboutery. Let's get to the roots of misogyny, of the fact that there's probably no real understanding or empathy for the situation, and the fact this needs to be addressed head on. That even one case happens, it's bad for us as a state. And therefore, let's deal with it. And there have been attempts. I'm saying from the political, I think Syed pointed out made a good point that it was the DCP who brought this up. So the system and the machinery, suo motu, is still working. So let's be grateful for that. But the rest of it, the fact that people feel unsafe and the fact that it can be trivialized is a major concern. So let's get our head around it. And let's not bring in any political parties into it. It just completely goes over my head.
I also want to bring in Ishkaran Bhandari, because it's not the first time that G. Parmeshwara has made such a statement. In 2017 as well, he said such incidents do happen on New Year and on Christmas, but we take a lot of precautions.
No, every time Mr. Vivek Srivastava speaks, I think he cannot go lower, but he is like the US stock market. keeps going lower and lower and lower in the last 3 days. I have heard of victim blaming, but his first line was that you, the anchor, is to be blamed for what the people are voting. If you have this sort of a mindset where you will not address the problem head on of why a woman is not feeling safe on the road, or if some politician is trivializing it, and what message that statement sends to the society, but blame either the victim or the media for raising questions, then of course you display your own mindset, and that is the mindset which causes all the trouble, because you don't want to deal with facts. And the facts are very, very clear. If the police has done a good job, great, the police should. It's the duty of the police to do it. But if a politician equally says a statement which is not called for, which trivializes debate, then be honest enough to call it out also, because senior politicians and their statements have a role in society. At least seem to be fair, even if you in person cannot be fair. That is all I will say to anybody defending such statements.
Vivek Srivastava.
देखिए, it's very clear. I have to blame the media. If you question Rahul Gandhi only, and you don't question the Prime Minister or the Home Minister or Bhushan Saran Singh, I will say Swati is a very good anchor. I mean, she's great. I mean, she has got a huge viewership. So obviously, whatever stance she takes, वो उसके हिसाब से वोटिंग हो रही है. फिर आप मुझे वोटिंग दिखा रहे हो.
नहीं, मेरे हिसाब से कोई वोटिंग नहीं हो रही है. ये सवाल डिबेट शुरू होने से पहले ही पूछ लिया जाता है. Just little bit of clarity for you. Just a little bit of clarity for you and the process that is followed, Vivek Srivastava. ये सवाल जो है डिबेट से बहुत पहले ही पूछ लिया जाता है. और लोग जो हैं सोशल मीडिया पर पढ़ते, वो ब्लाइंडली किसी को फॉलो नहीं करते. इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ हाउ बिग एंड पॉपुलर एन एंकर इज, पीपल आर वेरी एक्टिव ऑन सोशल मीडिया. डोंट क्वेश्चन देयर इंटेलेक्ट दैट दे आर जस्ट ब्लाइंडली फॉलोइंग ए पर्टिकुलर एंकर. People do read news and based on that they form their opinion.
Can I come, Swati?
Vivek Srivastava, finish your point. आप कहेंगे कि आपको बोलने भी नहीं देते. Finish your point.
Yeah, I would like you to post one more question to the viewers, maybe today or next time. Should the Prime Minister give a statement on Brijbhushan Saran Singh and the girls beaten up in Jantar Mantar? Should the Prime Minister speak on Prajwal Revanna?
The Prime Minister spoke on Prajwal Revanna in an interview to Navika Kumar. He said, I am of the clear view that there should be zero tolerance against such people. Stringent punishment should be given using all the legal options available. Now you say what the Home Minister of Karnataka said is absolutely uncalled for. Boliye. Don't say maybe.
Home Minister of Karnataka is taking full action.
Don't say maybe. Why don't you condemn now? Why don't you condemn?
No, maybe हम पकड़ लेंगे. 5. No. His intention is clear.
Clear position लीजिए, clear position.
The Home Minister's intention is not good. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Madam, आप अपनी position लीजिए ना, Prime Minister को
Intention is clear, but he still went on to say ये होता रहता है. Molestation होता रहता है, and the intention is clear. All right. Thank you very much. We are wrapping up debate number 1. Shazia.
The news hour at 9 will be